What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another banging reaction video, and in today's video I'm reacting to Salvation High School SCP-3935 SCP animation. So on this channel I do reactions, and if you want to see more SCP reactions, definitely let me know by smashing that like button. Comment what videos you want to see me react to next, as well as share this video all across social media, and definitely turn on the post notification bell so that you never miss an upload, because I do these videos daily. And now let's just get straight into this SCP reaction video. What is that?
Two 10th grade students report hearing what they described as someone trying to speak under the ground.
Someone trying to speak under the ground.
One of them reports this to her mother, who ignores it.
Bro, that gotta be the most scariest experience as a high school student or a student at all.
Report seeing faceless things instead
especially
of their
at that
own
age.
reflections in the mirror. They do
What?
not seem bothered by this.
So they don't see that they don't have a face?
Students arriving to the school
they don't find that
the
weird?
Indiana state flag is more than 3 meters above the top of the flagpole, attached to nothing. When observed,
how are y'all not noticing
this?
this?
See 9 female figures hanging by ropes from the flagpole.
How are y'all not noticing that there's a lot of weird stuff going on?
A custodian reports.
I mean, there ain't nothing you can do about it, but
standing at the bottom of the pool,
question it.
staring at him.
That's like the biggest nightmare.
At 7:56 a.m., the entire school hears someone whisper the word "hello" into their right ear.
Bro, now y'all know y'all can't be going crazy because everybody hear it.
Bennett avoids a dodgeball when it phases through him. As he begins
so are they SCP creatures for real? Like, are they actually SCPs?
Seem motivated enough to help him.
Like, how did this dude just disappear?
This video is sponsored by Summoner's War. Hop into Summoner's War and take advantage of exclusive end of May out on it. Take advantage of the anniversary.
It's become inexplicably
of the anniversary event
the entire student body ignores the principal's orders and shows up to school anyways.
Wow.
The interior of the school has become non-Euclidean. As the students approach the back of the space,
what is non-Euclidean?
They realize they are moving down, not into. In the distance,
so are they like going backwards? And what is? Are they in? Why does it look like they're in space?
Suddenly, the entire mass of students shifts 50 meters outside of the space and are suddenly encased in rock and earth. The students
Somebody
spend
just
roughly
buried
20
them
seconds
alive.
trapped in this area before reappearing back in the school. All students report being the only one in the building, and after wandering
I just
through the
don't get how
hallways
they
for a
don't
short
find this
time,
weird.
coming across a doorway below a doorway and entering the small sub-basement room. Inside, the students report seeing 3 separate visions. A woman crouched over a body of water, blood surrounding her feet and her arms extended into the water up to
Something
her
is wrong with
elbows.
this lady.
A farmhouse in the middle of a grove of trees that is burning, while 9 humanoid figures hang in the air overhead. And a weeping
Alright, I gotta be
woman
honest,
digging
there's
in
a lot
field
going
until
on
her
right now.
hands begin to rot and fall apart. Once the visions subside, the small black humanoid appears. Students hear the entity say the word "hello" again, are immediately surrounded by 9 screaming female figures, and then are suddenly
that would
in
be
their
so
own homes.
scary.
One unidentified woman reports witnessing a weeping young woman running back into the school building. After following her into the now unlocked sub-basement, she is unable to find the young woman, but is the first to report the collapsed floor. Over the next few days, UIU amnestic regimens begin to take effect. Most of the townspeople
So they're reporting all of this, but nobody is doing nothing about it. It's like nobody is noticing that there is strange things going on. But the question is, how do you stop it?
readily convinced that the things they saw were hallucinations as a result of toxic gases blown south from a factory to the north. Sometime after the end of the primary anomalous activity period at the school, an audit of the damage by a contractor discovered the collapsed section of a wall and floor leading to a narrow gap in the foundation. A member of the independent team accidentally slipped and fell into the antechamber near SCP-3935.
So
Without a way to easily extract the individual,
he slipped.
their supervisor encouraged them to proceed into SCP-3935 a short distance and see if there was a way out.
Wow.
When the individual
So
did
basically
not
they made
return
this
from
man be a test
SCP-3935,
subject.
Foundation personnel embedded in local authorities took over the investigation.
That's not right, bro. They made this man be a test subject.
SCP-3935 is an
Probably never made it out.
extraspatial, non-Euclidean space located beneath the Salvation High School in Salvation, Indiana. While SCP-3935 is the designation for the specific anomaly mentioned, it is believed that the anomaly currently affects the entire town of Salvation. The access point to SCP-3935 proper exists roughly 25 meters below the collapsed section of basement, below the school's pool, in a small antechamber containing a stone arch. The original creator of the arch, or how it became buried so far underground in the first place, are the subjects of investigation. Inscribed on the arch is a phrase in English not believed to exist.
It says, the way below winds deeper, longer, unspeakable, its patterns laid, the lost forever damned to wander, this thing a quiet madness made. Some crazy poetry skills.
The way below winds deeper, longer, unspeakable, its patterns laid. The lost forever damned to wander, this thing a quiet
So I think that what
madness
they're saying here is like the unknown gets deeper, longer, and you just don't know what's happening. It'll make you forever wonder.
The following interview was conducted by Dr. Collingwood in 2002. The subject, Mrs. Valerie Fletcher, was a teacher at Salvation High School during the period of anomalous activity in 1976.
Can you tell me about your time at Salvation?
Oh, well, you know, I already told you about the memory loss. Just can't seem to string things together anymore. I was a teacher, though, see?
What can you tell me about the town? Anything you remember that stands out?
There were always some people who would tell stories, you know. They...
Yes?
What? Hello?
Or what?
You were just talking about people telling stories,
Does she
Mrs.
have
Fletcher.
amnesia?
Oh. The young people would go out into the woods and get themselves all riled up about whatever spook or specter they thought were seeing out there. There were things that were strange. Well, I don't know if they were actually strange.
Is she repeating
or if
herself,
it's just
or
my
is it just
memory
me?
giving me trouble again.
What about at the high school? Anything strange ever happen there?
High school?
Where you were a teacher? Salvation High School?
Yeah, she has amnesia.
Yes, I was a teacher. I taught
Oh, look at her
English, I
eyes.
think.
They're just like wandering
Do you remember
everywhere.
anything strange happening at the school?
No, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. We did have a child disappear once, I think. The last she was seen was by the pool. And then nobody ever saw them again. I just think, well, I think they ended up saying they just ran away. Some of them were problem children, you know. Trouble. And there's just nothing you can do.
Is there anything else about Salvation you remember?
It all blurs together after all this time. I seem to remember there was one time somebody found a girl. They were strung up in the woods. Well, I don't know why they'd do anything like that.
One last question, Mrs. Fletcher. After the earthquake, they found a room underneath the basement near the pool. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't. Nobody ever went.
I feel like
into
it's something
that room
weird
the
with this
janitors, I
teacher.
think.
Like, it's something
Just
weird
storage. Though, you know,
Like, she's just giving me like weird
that girl
vibes.
asked about that room once. She said, well, she heard some things coming from it. She was very interested in it, I think, before she... well, either way.
Thank you again for your time, Mrs. Fletcher. Actually, before I go, do you think you know anything about this?
What is that?
Yes.
What was
Anything
that?
about this?
Okay, so it's like a picture. Do they have like no heads, or are their heads backwards? They're holding up pom poms. All of their heads are like blacked out. It's either they have no face. I think they just have no face, or it's just markings or something.
Yes, I do. Those are the it's
The headless cheerleaders. The headless cheerleaders.
Oh, well, let me think. There were 10 of them, though, I think. Unless something happened to one of them. There were definitely 10.
They probably got all picked off one by one or something.
The town of Salvation, Indiana has been evacuated. An fenced 2-kilometer quarantine zone has been established around the center of the town. Roads leading to the nearby town of Eminence have been removed and rerouted. Foundation personnel are to monitor all known travel routes into Salvation for signs of civilians. Any civilians caught attempting to enter Salvation are to be remanded to the custody of local authorities. Cover story 3935.18, Hazardous Waste Disaster, is currently being disseminated. The building containing SCP-3935, Salvation High School, is to be guarded by Foundation security personnel. Under no circumstances are any non-authorized personnel to enter SCP-3935.
So I still don't exactly understand like what is SCP-3995 or 3935, whatever it is. I still don't 100% understand what it is exactly. Like, it seems like it's like a creature that disappears and that can, do a lot of strange, mysterious things. But if you want to see more SCP reactions, don't forget to smash that like button. That'll literally let me know that you want more. Also, leave a comment letting me know what videos to react to next. Alright guys, and also share the video, turn on that post notification bell because I do these videos daily, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.